nervous. That was the one track he was really nervous, and it did show a bit, and he admits that. Yeah. But it meant a lot to him, and I think that you could see that in the performance.
Yeah, he seemed to be
well,
vulnerable.
You know what, Connie? Matt always delivers. He's always good. You know, he wasn't as good last night as he was the first 2 weeks, but he's consistently good. I can see him in the final.
Okay, you've said that before.
I'm not saying it
You're a big
again.
fan, aren't you, Louis? Okay, thank you so much, Rob. Simon, back to you.
Okay, let's have a look. Let's have number 7.
Yay, video call, Skype. Hello, are you there? Ryan in Rotherham.
Hi, I'm there, I'm here.
Hi, Ryan.
Ryan, you look a bit bright. You need to turn your light down a bit.
He's near the screen.
Okay.
Are you in your bedroom? I can see
Anyway.
your duvet in the background. Yes, carry on, sorry.
Hi, sorry. I've got a question for Simon. Take that are coming back to prove they're as strong as ever. How will you ensure that One Direction will take the top and steal the spotlight?
Well, that's a very good question.
Yeah,
Actually, on that night, we have Take That, Westlife and JLS all performing on the same
Boyfest.
show.
Amazing.
But I think that,
That's an exclusive. Just repeat that for us. On that
I
night.
may have...
Dropped off. Okay, oops. Okay. It's the secret. Carry on.
No, but listen, I think, and Take That said it themselves, they look at One Direction and they see what they were like when they were just starting out. They've got that focus and they've got that ambition, and they are fun. And that's the great thing about this group. And I genuinely believe with all of my heart that we're going to see these boys in the final. And I think you're going to have a big career. As I've learned tonight, we need votes.
You set the girls off there by tantalising us with that little extravaganza. Can I just say, you've got a touch of the boy bands about you. You've got this sort of One Direction haircut going on. Are you voting for them?
Yeah, I'll be voting for him. I'll vote for him.
You will be. Have you voted for them so far?
Yeah, I have.
Marvellous.
Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, do you all agree that One Direction will be in the final?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I do,
Louis,
yeah.
you've got
I do.
5 people in the final right now.
Sorry? No, I said One Direction and Matt so far.
But not one of yours.
Well, I'm going to fight for Mary.
Well, it doesn't sound like much of a
So
fight.
you
I
should
am
fight
going to
for
fight.
Mary. She's
What about
great.
Wagner?
I'm going to fight.
Fight for Mary
I'm gonna
and
fight,
Wagner and One Direction and Matt. So everyone thinks One Direction's going to be there in the final, apart from you, Danny. Are you not sure?
No, I actually think One Direction are incredible, and I remember meeting Take That back in the day when they first started off, and they have that same energy. So if those guys stick together and keep going as they're going, they've got an incredible future.
Wow, One Direction, if you're watching. Thank you so much for your call, your video call. Would you like to put a line?
Yes. Deadlock Duel.
Yeah, I'm
Kelvin.
glad that you picked that one. I wanted to hear about that. Kelvin, are you there?
Hi, Connie. Hi, judges.
Hi, Kelvin.
In Wigan. Oh, yes, we can see you there. Oh, nice little Halloween decorations.
I like the
you've got going on.
Happy Halloween.
Simon likes your candelabra. There you have it.
Thanks. My question's for Louis this evening. Tonight saw the return of Deadlock for the first time this season. Why was tonight the night to bring it back? Did you think that the acts were really evenly matched?
Louis.
I was looking up at their sad faces. I didn't know who to vote off. I really didn't know. And I mean, the girls worked so hard. Katie's a fighter, you know. I thought I'd leave it up to the public.
Well,
yeah, I've been surprised with the
Public
vote.
always get it right, Kelvin.
Yeah.
you felt it was the right decision, yeah?
I did, yeah, but like I've just said, I was really surprised with the way that the public's gone, given all of the press around Katie.
You just never know with the public. That's what we have learnt about the great British public. I've got loads of Twitters and emails about the whole Deadlock situation. Sandra Willis on Facebook, Deadlock is terrible. I think the judges take the easy way out for themselves.
Only done it once.
Yeah, well, Sandra is not happy. But Daryl Bryans on Twitter says the Deadlock is so much fairer than the judges' votes because they just save their own acts. Well, depending on who the last judge is. But thank you very much for that video call. And final question now, Danny. La. Yeah?
3.
3. Line 3 is Leah. Simon, the right act, question mark. Hello, Southend.
Hello.
Hi, you're through to the judges.
Hiya. I'd like to say congratulations to Cheryl for her #1 single.
Oh, did we
Thanks,
mention
Leah.
that Cheryl's
Are you number one?
Yeah.
Number one, really?
Yes, thank you.
What's your question
Seriously?
there?
Yes.
You didn't mention that.
I don't like to brag.
Okay.
She's got a question and we're running out of time, you two. What's your question?
Do you think the right act went home, and how will you make sure One Direction will last?
And is that to Simon?
Well, look, Leah, it's a very good question, which is, look, when you've been on a show like this and you've had a lot of exposure, it's what you make of it. Diana Vickers, I remember from a few years ago, quietly went away from the show, made an album under the radar, used the fact that she was in front of so many people to her advantage and came back with the #1 album. It's all about your mind, your focus, your determination. Disappointing to leave, but, you know,
It's a platform.
it's a lot of exposure.
Absolutely.
And that's the way you've got to be about it. As you can tell, I'm a very good loser.
He is indeed.
I am.
He deserves a round of applause, as do our other judges.
Can I just quickly mention, I know we're running out of time.
No, you mentioned.
Cheryl's got the #1 single today.
Thank you.
Really? #1 single. I'd have never known. So that is it. The judges have answered enough questions for 1 week. They'll be back next week, and we've got loads in store, so keep your comments coming in. After the break, we shall continue the chat about all things X with Scott Mills, Heidi Range, Max and Nathan from The Wanted, and Rihanna. Plus, we're going to be joined in the studio by tonight's losing act, Bellamy. See you after the break. Cheryl's #1! To meet our most aesthetically pleasing celebrity panel to date. First up, he's an X Factor superfan, and his face is definitely too good for the radio. It's Scott Mills. Next up, my favourite of the Sugar Babes. She's gorgeous. She's been on Skype, and she's here on the sofa. It's Heidi Range. And earlier this year, they were at an all-time low, but now they're flying high on ITV2. It's Max and Nathan from The Wanted. High drama tonight. Yeah, high drama.
I know.
Did the right act go?
I was expecting it to be Bellamy when they said the two. The thing is, girl groups don't have a history of doing well in this competition. If you look at like Bad Lashes and Miss Frank, they always get to about this stage.
Why does this happen?
Because I don't think that there's been a girl band that have been strong enough. Like if you look at One Direction and how much support they've got, there's never been a girl band that seems to have that kind of following, and I think the X Factor's crying out for that as well. I think it could do with a girl band that everybody loves.
Did you feel that there wasn't enough cohesion in the band?
A little bit. To be honest, they weren't completely on my radar. I mean, I you know, like you get some people that you're really very passionate about in the show, and sadly, they weren't one of those acts for me.
Okay, well, Heidi, you know a lot about girl bands. Aren't you happy that you weren't on a show like this? Girl bands do have a tough time.
I think they do, and I also think one of the reasons also is there's a lot of little girls who will vote, you know, and they tend to vote more for the boy bands than the girls. So I think the girls do get a tougher time when it comes to the groups.
Do you feel it was the right decision?
I think out of the bottom two tonight, Katie did perform better, but I didn't think that they should have been in the bottom tonight anyway.
Right, okay, so that's Bellamy. What about Katie? Boys, are you fans of Katie?
I really like Katie.
Big fan, yeah.
I think she's really quirky and different, and she seems like really good fun. So I would have been gutted if she would have gone.
Yeah, definitely. I think she's got something to offer as well, because she's so different, and I think she's got something quite unique about her. All her style and everything, so yeah, fair play to
So
her.
why did the public not like her? You talked to the people on your radio show. Have you gauged it?
I think that there is something, as Cheryl said it before, something that is potentially annoying about Katie. I think she's got a lot better.
Do you find her annoying? It's a bit of a Marmite thing. It's okay. It's all taste. It's not personal. So was that a yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've had loads of Facebooks and emails, and some people, Elliot Squibb, Katie is amazing. She had the best performance yesterday, and it won't be the same without her. Well, Elliot, maybe you sent that before she stayed, because she's still in, yay. Lucy Harrison, Katie should stay. She has pure talent. So, who else has pure talent? Who are you completely 100% gunning for?
Rebecca.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that a Liverpudlian thing?
It's not just that, she's amazing, so it's...
Consistently good.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
fantastic, and Matt.
Her
as well.
voice is so polished as well,
Yeah.
isn't it? So, The Wanted, or two of you, Max and Lathan, who would you like to go now?
To go?
Yeah, out. They've had enough. Too much of a stay of execution. Out.
Well, I'm pretty for Team Wagner, me, but...
You are? Okay,
yeah,
but who aren't you for?
I think singing-wise, I'm sort of not with Wagner. He's like a legend in his own right.
So you want him to stay for entertainment, but not for singing?
Yeah, he should be able to just stay, but maybe not be included in the actual competition, you know what I mean?
That's
Just have a
we like
spot.
that, don't we? Thank you so much to our celebrity panel. Now then, before you go, one last question. All of the contestants, of all of them, who do you think are the most likely to clash, and who is the best dressed?
Best dressed?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, you're taking too
I
long.
don't know.
Never mind.
One
Let's find
Direction.
out. One Direction, best
yes.
dressed. Who will clash? We don't know, but someone that does know dresses like Inspector Gadget and has all the answers. It's the Xterrogator.
Who's the best dressed? You will talk.
The best dressed person in the house is
Rebecca Ferguson.
Harry Styles, because he's called Harry Styles.
Best dressed person has to be Rebecca Ferguson.
Rebecca, she looked good.
She dressed up like a princess.
She just looks hot.
She reminds me of a very young Audrey Hepburn.
Yes.
Best dressed.
Rebecca.
She is so elegant and beautiful.
The best dressed person in the house
She has class.
is Rebecca.
She's super glam.
Rebecca from Bellamy.
I wouldn't have thought that.
So who's gonna clash in the house?
The two contestants that are going to clash are
Louis and Sophia.
Wagner would be one of them.
Wagner and everybody.
Wagner and
Probably me.
Sharon Wagner.
Or
the female population.
Because
He's a bit of a nasty pasty sometimes.
Go Cher.
The two contestants that are definitely going to clash will be...
One Direction and Bellamy.
And they're fighting for Simon's attention now. Simon Cowell, what are you doing? You're causing so much tension in the house.
Get out of here.
There'll be no fighting for Simon's attention now. Thank you so much to the ever mysterious Xterrogator. And now onwards to my new virtual friend, who I'm going to chat to via the powers of technology and video calling. It's X Factor superfan and F Factor presenter Matt Edmondson.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
I'm the Jetsons.
Is it? Because
It is a little bit, yeah. You're in my living room.
Yeah, Space Age. I like your patchwork sofa.
Thanks,
So, what did you notice about the show this weekend?
Well, I love the show this weekend. I like the fact that we know that Aidan has finally learnt to smile, even though it is a bit Wallace and Gromit and like that. But he's also done basically a public service announcement yesterday because the clocks went back and he gave us quite an unsubtle notification that that was happening.
And like creatures caught in the dance start to walk in their masquerade. There's no escaping the jaws of the alien this time.
I see what he did there. Good observation.
Now, we also had a bit of a quiz injected into the format of the X Factor. Who thought it could have been improved upon? No one, but Simon has given it a go by